We have entered the final race of the regular season, Richmond Raceway with the Sim Racing Unleashed Harpoon Design Cup Series. Welcome everybody to MaxspeedTV. Myself, Joshua Medlock, alongside Will Roberts here tonight. Will, final race before the chase starts with the top 16, buddy. How are you doing? And your thoughts about Richmond here tonight, man?
Well, Joshua, I'm doing fairly decent this evening, and I hope you're doing well as can be. And great to be here this evening, Richmond, Virginia. Yes, like you alluded to, final race before the chase, before the playoffs, before points get reset. That top, you said it's 16,
16,
right?
yes.
Get locked in, either off wins, points, merit, just constantly, consistently running well, showing up to these races. 75% rule in effect, so you show up to 75% of the races, and if you were in that certain points range bracket, you were in the playoffs. So if that consistency of showing up when you were able to, per se. So yes, Richmond this evening, Joshua.
Yeah, this race is going to be tough. A good-sized field out here tonight. Robbie Darnell did make it in. I do see him out there, so Robbie going to try to pull in some laps here. We got a few things to go down, such as the pre-race analytics, Will. So, looking at that air temp of 85, they're going to be dealing with some wind out there here tonight, too, at about 12 miles an hour. That could play a little bit of a factor in how these cars kind of get rotated around the corner. Maybe if it's a headwind, you're not going to be able to get the speeds. Now, if it's behind you, pushing you, you might be able to get a little bit more speed. So we'll see how that wind does play a factor. A track temp of 97. It is a little warm out there. I did hear it's slick. So we'll see if maybe it tightens up a little bit after these guys get some heat built up in those tires. Now, it is 267 laps here tonight. They was upped to make it an even 200 miles. It was upped also because of the final race of the regular season. They wanted to make it a little bit longer, so that's what we are set for here tonight. Now, they have 4 sets of tires. They are going to have to baby those tires here tonight. And this track will use up, probably I would say, Will, that right front might be the biggest problem. Could be the left sides as well, but I think that right front is going to be the key. That's the way you're going around the corner and it's turning. 75% fuel. This is kind of what I wanted to get down here too. Now they can go 90 to 95 to 100 laps here. Now, Will, I don't think they're going to make it that far.
Yes, I have to agree with you there. Don't know if they'll make it that far either on tires. Some drivers might choose to do that shortcut to where they can gain some ground, some speed advantage over the ones that might want to stay out longer to the actual fuel window. But also, like you say, just how the cars are handling, rolling into the corner, center, and then just drive off. They're all sorts of either tight, loose, just mixed conditions this evening at Richmond, and that's coming into play a lot. So we might get to see, some fuel window or green flag pit stops, but just all depends on how the race is going to play out, Joshua.
Yeah, it does. Now, pit road here at Richmond is a gruesome 40 miles an hour with a pace speed of 50. I can't roll out a few cautions here tonight. I mean, these guys, it's going to be some tight racing, so can't roll it out. Hopefully we don't have a lot. I was talking to the guys up there, but, they were even saying that we could have a few. Taking just a look at the point standings here tonight. We got about 4 minutes left. I'm going to run through these as fast as I can. Now, Mark Whitley is in the top here at 863. Kyle Heath did move up into second at 783. He's 80 behind Mark. And Gary Slapinski is down a spot into third at 761. 102 behind the leader and 22 behind Kyle. Chris Paff, Philip Bridgman, Jason Adams did not move. All 3 of them respectively. 4th, 5th, and 6th. Chris 740 points, 123 behind the leader and 21 behind Gary. Philip 664, 199 behind the leader and 76 behind Chris. Adam, 608, 255 behind the leader and 56 behind Phillip. Brandon Sheets is up a spot into 7th at 586, 277 behind the leader and 22 behind Jason. Robbie Darnell down a spot into 8th at 584, 279 behind the leader and 2 behind Sheets. Robbie Stewart and Zach Deutscher is going to be 9th and 10th, not moving. Stewart 573, 290 behind the leader and 11 behind Darnell. Zach 565, 298 behind the leader and 8 behind Stewart. Keith Hurlbutt, Jeff Gilmore, Jim Coleman, Spurger, respectively 11th, 12th, and 13th. 550 points for Keith, 313 behind the leader and 15 behind Zach. Jeff Gilmore at 511. Sorry, I had to give me something to drink there. 352 behind the leader and 39 behind Keith. Jim 470, 393 behind the leader and 41 behind Jeff. Larry Blair down a spot into 14th, 438, 425 behind the leader and 32 behind Jim. Brad Delph, David Cassidy, and Hunter Hayward. Nice to see Hunter back out here with the guys. They are 15th, 16th, and 17th. Dell 422, 441 behind the leader and 16 behind Larry. David Cassidy at 405, 458 behind the leader and 17 behind Delph. Hunter Hayward in 17th at 403. 460 behind the leader and 2 behind David. Kevin Roy up a spot into 18th at 359. 504 behind the leader, 44 behind Hayward. Christopher Campbell going to stay in 19th at 358. 505 behind the leader and 1 behind Kevin. And Clifton Ashley is going to fall 2 spots here into 20th at 337. 526 behind the leader and 21 behind Christopher. So we got there's a lot going to happen here tonight. I am sure of it. But we're going to go ahead and step aside here, folks, play the national anthem provided by Madison Rising. So hang tight, folks. Qualifying will be underway when we come back.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket track, the bomb busting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land under the frame, and the home of the brave.
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching MaxspeedTV.
Well, alrighty, folks, we're back. Qualifying is underway right now here at Richmond Raceway. And let me go ahead and pull those qualifying times up here. Whoop, got a little bit of a hiccup there, but we got them. And with a 22.565, it looks like Mark Whitley in the 77 right now up at the top spot, coming down to 2 minutes. Only at 5 minutes, 2 laps, no fast repairs this season. That is what made this season a little bit different from the past. Is, you know, they did have a couple of resets, and well, now this season they don't. So they changed a lot of things from last season to this season, and you know, it's when you don't have those fast repairs at a track like Richmond, you have got to be careful. Take care of that car.
Yes, it's almost a whole nother game plan when you know you have at least one. I guess you could say a burner card in the bank that, hey, if I get caught up in something, it's going to be okay, hopefully, you know. But, hey, if I get caught up in something, you know, now in this season, like you alluded to, with no fast repairs at all whatsoever, you know, man, that's so tough. It's difficult. You got to change that mindset. You got to drive more conservative. You got to be, for the most part, some drivers do. They change that mentality or that mindset, that focus, and you can see a bit different driving standards in a way. So.
Yep. Right. Trying to get down here now. I will recap of kind of what I said right when I started. Now, I know we got people in chat out there. Kelly Hayward out there. How you doing? Brendan Kennedy out there as well. Hey, how are y'all doing? Hopefully everybody's okay out there and hanging on to this heat. Boy, it is hot here in Arkansas. I think we felt like temperature right now is 136. We're sitting at 103 right now, so it is extremely hot outside. Now, Mark Whitley, like I said, is up at the top. Zach Deutscher in second. Kyle Heath third. Greg Wood fourth. Chris Paff right now in fifth. We're watching Michael Dewalt here. Now, he is done with his laps. He is just out there trying to get some more practice in. Looks like Ashley Buzz, that would be Paul Cohen, Chamberlain, Adams, Roy, Coleman, Sperger, Cassidy, Blair, and Mark Koshik. Gomez has decided not to qualify, but we're going to go ahead and get Mark Whitley down here real quick and have a talk with him. Mark, buddy, do you have a copy?
Gotcha.
Hey, man, well, with a 22.565, that's going to put you up at the top, man, here. But it's Richmond, short track racing. What do you like and dislike about this track, and how do you save those tires?
Yeah, I really like this track. It's just fun to drive. It's got 2 different corners, kind of a wide sweeping entry in one, kind of a sharp exit, and then 3 and 4 is kind of the opposite, kind of a sharp entry and then a wide sweeping exit. So I think it's just a fun one to drive. You got to keep the tires on it, and just you know, it gets a little loose if you get on the gas too soon. So just take care of the tires and just make sure you don't make any mistakes.
Oh yeah, definitely so. Now I sent Robbie a message and he just got back with me. So, but you know, congratulations on the pole here tonight, Mark. Good luck out there. A lot of laps out here tonight, bud. So it's gonna be interesting. Get a pretty good sized field here too.
Yeah, hopefully a lot of green flag laps.
Yeah, that's what we all want to see. So Mark, good luck out there, and again, congratulations on the pole, bud.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. All right, so we got a change in the stage. So the stage tonight has been moved until lap 50. And then, so that'll be 50 to 51. And the reason being is because somebody made a boo-boo.
Well, boo-boos, mistakes happen,
oh,
you know.
Yeah. All right.
Look at the qualifying grid real quick. You got about the top 5 real close together. My apologies. Go ahead, Josh. We'll put the starting grid.
Yeah. I mean, they're real close together, and I was going to mention that here, too. Mark Whitley, Zach Deutscher right there, 1 and 2, respectively. Still very close in time. Kyle Heath, Greg Wood, 3rd and 4th. Chris Paff, 5th. Jerry Isaac, 6th. Mark Emery 7th, Hunter Hayward 8th, Jeff Gilmore 9th, and Robbie Darnell rounding out the top 10. Austin Slayers out there in 11th. We'll see if he can slay it up here tonight at Richmond. Robbie Stewart in 12th, Keith Hurlbutt 13th, Michael DeWalt 14th, Philip Bridgman in 15th of the qualifiers. Now the non-qualifiers, iRacing is going to stack them up with David Cassidy in 16th, Larry Blair 17th, Kevin Roy 18th, Jim Coleman-Sperger 19th, and Clifton Ashley in 20th. Mike Chamberlain 21st, Paul Buscohen 22nd, Jason Adams 23rd, Gomez in 24th. And that is going to be it here tonight. But I got to say, 24 drivers, looks like Kevin Roy and Paul Buscohen did not agree here, so we might just have 22 drivers unless Kevin Roy is deciding to start on a pit or road. But Mark Whitley will be getting us going here tonight at Richmond. It looks like Brantley Roden and the Harpoon Designs out there here tonight. 8 likes, 13 to watching. Now, they do get 2 pace laps here, which is a good thing, Will, because if, they only did 1 pace lap, I think everybody would be kind of caught in a blind situation. It gets everybody together.
Builds up a bit more temperature on the tires, the brakes. That's exactly what you need at a short track. You need that build up of heat in the race car, in the different parts like the brakes, in order to barrel into turn 1 at speed, because pretty much you will be just about, going up through the gears. We will see or hear most drivers, just about everybody shifting here tonight. Yep. So that'll be another challenge as well. So.
All right, coming into turn number 3. Pull those belts tight, folks, one more time. Pace cars off and away. Coming into the start zone here tonight for the first time at Richmond. Green flag is out. Boogity, 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 folks. We're racing here tonight for the regular season finale. All right, it looks like we are coming out of turn number 1. Everybody making it through. Mark Whitley already has that line, and he's going to lead the first lap here tonight. Now, the stage, like I said, did change. I'll let you talk in a minute. To 50 to 51. We got wiggling back there already. Oh, we got a wreck.
Crash.
Yep, we do have a wreck here. Taking a look at that here on the MaxspeedTV replay. Yeah, I seen I believe it was the 75. I started to see him kind of get wiggly there out of the corner of my eye, Will, and, 3 wide.
Oh, no.
Wow. All right. I think it started a little bit further back. Yeah, right back here with the 4. Let's go ahead and get a chase view on this. Chase it. Turn it. Bump it. Splat it. All right, well, we're on the U.S. Navy 4. Mark Emery here. Of course, I'm a Navy guy, so, got to represent. Oh, it looks like a little bit of contact there, and that's kind of what got the 75 loose, and, oh, my gosh, Will, this caught several drivers. The 48 as well, and he's going to slam the wall hard. It did catch, see, who is that right behind him? The 44 of Darnell. Looks like he might have got a piece of it, too. Wow, already, man.
Robbie Stewart and the 3 bouncing through that. Not sure if the 4, Mark Emery, had a bad drive off of turn 4 going down the front stretch to lead Jeff Gilmore to the inside. For Jeff, maybe Jeff didn't want to run him over or something, had a big run. And unfortunately, just couldn't get the car to turn or brake in time, and just, man, right up and into him. And they all slid up into the corner.
Yeah, already. It's, it is Richmond, typical short track. We've already got some, after that little first incident there, we've got drivers that have moved up a little bit. 43 from 11th to 7th. Keith from 13th to 8th. Stewart, 12th to 9th. Philip Bridgman, he gained 5 spots after that. Michael DeWalt, 14th to 11th, just kind of going through here. Looks like David Cassidy. So, we've already got some drivers that after the first caution there, Will, that did move up. However, it's a 200 lap race here, after the little boo-boo. But, 200 laps at Richmond is still 200 laps. That's a lot of laps.
Yes, indeed. A lot of laps around here. I want to say 200 laps. This could be the length of the truck race held here, I want to say. So, good distance here. And like you said, kind of racing to that lap 50. That would be normally that is that stage break when we would suspect to see the front runners in first. During all these little intermediate cautions, you don't really expect nobody up front to be pitting, lose that track position. Richmond can be about a track position race.
Oh, yeah.
So it can kind of be difficult to pass here. Wait for the fellow competitor to make a mistake or give that window of opportunity to you. Or sometimes you might have to root them up out of the way. So it just all depends.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Multiple ways of going about it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you got that chrome horn up front. Tara Path out in chat as well. We got 3 moderators out there. So, Brantley, you better be good.
Getting the cars doubled up for the restart here.
Oh, golly, she done it.
So.
All right, yeah, getting double fouled. Doesn't look like really anybody pitted per se. Now, the drivers that were involved in that accident, Emery, Hayward, Gilmore, and Stewart, they did come down pit road. I would be for sure to get probably that damage. What they can get it fixed. It doesn't look like anybody had a meatball. So everybody is back out here. Everybody is still on the lead lap. Pace car is off and away here again tonight at Richmond. Sim Racing Unleashed Cup, Harpoon Design Cup Series, and Mark Whitley is on the loud pedal. Boogity, boogity, boogity. We're back underway here tonight, and I'm done with that. Man, oh man, this has got to be a tight squeeze. Oh, Gomez way up at the top, going back a little bit further in the back of the field here. Now, if my mic's too loud or if Will's mic is too loud and y'all can't hear the cars, I hope all the sounds are okay. Let us know in chat. 18 of you out there tuning in. Glad to see it. Seeing some side-by-side up here, Will. I know you was probably looking at that, the 21 and I believe that is the 50.
Yes, indeed. Zach Deutscher in the 21. Trying to get that traction down on that outside if he can make that momentum work. Jerry Isaacs having a good challenge here this evening at Richmond. We saw last week.
20.
He was pretty handy
21.
at the road course.
21 scraped the wall. He got up there too far to the wall.
Yep. That
Whoa! Greg
67,
Wood.
Yep, Greg Wood had a moment. That's what, if we would just sit and just watch the kind of the camera that points at turn 4 and turn 2, coming onto the straightaways, you could see how much of a handful these cars can be here at Richmond. Now Zach, now underneath Isaacs in the bottom lane, trying to work him over there, and this is allowing Greg Wood in the 67. He's kind of quickly recovered his rhythm. It didn't take him long after his little slide.
Yeah, I mean,
so
if you can get it under control, and Greg Wood did a fine job on that. If you can get it under control,
quick save.
Yeah, if you can get it under control and cool them off a little bit, because I know getting loose heats them up, makes them angry. So you cool them off a little bit and start getting that traction down again. You'll be all right, but you still got to be careful. Because as Mark was alluding to in the interview, if you get on it too hard, it's going to turn that vehicle. And we're seeing a great battle up here still with Jerry and Zach. They're doing a fantastic job. Going to go back a little bit further and check on everybody else. We got the 10 of Clifton Ashley, the 48 of Hunter Hayward. Now Hunter back into 13th right now. Very close there with Clifton, but everybody's all right.
Yes, I believe Hayward was just a few points away from 16th. So in a way, he is a bubble driver, but the drivers that are in front of him on point showed up this evening as well. So it's going to be extremely
Gotta unmute my mic. So, hello, folks. We are back. Yep, having some technical issues here. Discord froze up on me, and the OBS just completely stopped. So, we did miss a few laps there, but as we get it up here, it looks like Mark Whitley starting to lap some drivers here. Got around Gomez just now, got around Mark Emery here. Kyle Heath is coming up right on his tail, back up here in second. 20 laps into the run, starting to get a little bit spread out per se, but I gotta say, Zach and Jerry, they're still neck and neck up here. That is third and fourth, respectively.
Yeah, they finally kind of settled down. Jerry got the best of Zach, like you say. So third and fourth, respectfully. And Gary kind of caught up to him, but couldn't really do nothing. So, like we said, kind of difficult to pass at Richmond.
Yes, yeah, very difficult. Looking at, see here, Phillip. Looks like Hunter is going to go around Phillip Bridgman. The 11 of Jim Coleman-Spurger's now going to try to make that pass on the 5. Let's see if Phillip either lets him go by. Oh, nope, he's going to fight him. Phillip is going to stay on the outside here, so.
Well, just about how you can get that drive up off the corner.
Yeah.
If you can just get to that certain point in that groove on the outside lane here, you can keep that momentum up. And
look at Phillip making that run off of that out of the into the corner and then out of it. He did get around Jim. Austin got around
yes, he did.
The 43. See, Austin got around Phillip and Jim, so Hunter got around Austin. That's what I was trying to say. Hunter did get around Austin. Now we got a battle back here between Jim and Phillip again. 25 of the 200 laps here tonight. But not even a quarter of the way into it. But everybody.
Yep, Jim really delivering the coffee.
Yep. Yeah, I forgot about it. He's running that Folgers machine. Yeah, I don't know what happened, folks. It was a little bit of a boo-boo there.
Sometimes those lag spikes, they just happen or
Oh, somebody's off pace here. Who is that? That would be
Larry Blair.
Might have been
No.
Larry, wasn't it?
He had a moment coming out of turn 2. Gathered it up though, so just took him a moment to get back in the groove of things, but he did have a moment for sure down the back straightaway.
It looks like Jason Adams right up ahead of him. Chamberlain, Cassidy, Robbie Darnell. Still have Ashley and Bridgman up here. Oh, that was close. Boy, that number 10 of Clifton kind of moved up a little bit, and I thought for a second they were going to make contact, but they didn't. I don't think you could have. Whoa, the 10 just had a little moment there, getting loose.
Yeah, these cars can really be a handful off of the corner because of how much steering input you can be putting in, and kind of forget to kind of roll it back to center, or as you're rolling back to center, the car can just kind of come out from under you, it seems.
Yeah.
So,
and these guys are doing one heck of a job out here, though. After that little bit of a hiccup there at the beginning, I got to say, they've kind of got it figured out. Let's go check on our leaders here, Whitley and Heath. These two have broke away from everybody. Look at Kyle Heath is about 2.6. I'm going to say anywhere between 2.5 to 3 seconds ahead of Jerry Isaacs and Zach Deuscher. Now, these two right here, it looks like, wouldn't say they're working together, but they are together here. We've got a couple of cars. Then right back here, Greg Wood, Chris Paff, them two are working together. Michael DeWalt coming up through here as well. Hunter Hayward has made it from 8th to 8th, so he's hanging out right where he started. Austin Slayers, 11th, started 11th. He is in 9th. Then Jim started back in 19th. He is up here in the top 10 right now. But, you know, Mark Whitley and Kyle Heath, they are going to be coming up on the 33 of Gomez here. It looks like Gomez is going to go low. Mark and Kyle. Well, Mark went high. Kyle went high as well into the corner. Gomez is just going to let him go. But, you know, Kyle Heath, you know, yeah, he's about a half a second back. But, you know, he's still in striking distance. But these tires, I'm sure, they're not being too friendly right now, being out here 33 laps.
Exactly. Kyle Heath still there, still able to see him. He hasn't, Mark Whitley hasn't really driven away from the 13 car. So, but as you alluded to, tire management, very key. All about setting a good pace, a good, clean rhythm pace, but quickly, but managing the tire wear, as you alluded to, trying not to make, like we believe, you know, that right front got to really take care of your, basically your equipment and being your tires. So
yes,
sometimes you got to get to the point in the run where you really, really have to baby that throttle,
and
work it more so. And yes, this intense battling back here further in the field.
Golly,
Clifton Ashley really sending it, it looks like, just about on the inside of Jim.
Hey, don't wreck my coffee car. Man, yeah, we got
Phillips kind of plateaued.
oh, golly, they are close. And we got even a battle, or had battles back here behind them too, but looks like they got it figured out. Man, these guys are knocking it down.
43 looking for a window or maybe a door of opportunity alongside of Robbie Darnell, trying to recover from being involved in that early scrimmage. Clifton had a look to the outside of Jim, but nothing going. So good little scraps back here further back. Kind of almost expect David Cassidy maybe after the stage break to start moving up a bit further through the field. He's really good at short tracks and Frenchman especially. So kind of just expect, kind of surprised he didn't qualify, but at the same time, sometimes does and does not. So he was the first of the non-qualifiers, I guess you could say. Philip still struggling now. That Philip normally just has that short run pace.
Yeah.
And that short run is kind of over. We're into the medium part of this run, I guess you could say. So it's almost over now as far as getting 10 laps to go with the stage.
Clifton, got a little loose there as well. Now, been looking at the
Oh,
times.
he finally made it around Jim.
Yeah, he did, but he got loosed in the process doing it. But
oh yeah,
you know, these guys are knocking down this race. You know, I am going to mention here though, we're going to be at the stage here. We're at lap 41 of the 200 here. Stage white flag will be at 50. When they come back around and they hit 51, that will be the caution for the stage. Now, you look at the bigger picture of things, they're going to be doing about 140. I'm going to average it out about 146, 147 laps going into the end of the race after the stage.
right.
That is going to be a long shootout.
Yes, I would say 146. Yes, after you get done with the caution laps and everything, we get back going green flag. I'd have to agree with you there. And how you were able to manage those tires, if you know, maybe it could be a situation where cautions could breed cautions. Who knows?
Who knows?
But
let's hope we don't see it. But you know,
right. But yes, all in, like we said, you know, we will probably see a green flag pit stop more than likely. So we do have a opportunity a big window, 100 and like we project 146 laps roughly. By the time we get back going green after the stage break.
Look
By
at
the
that.
way, Joshua, can you redo the live
Oh,
in the
oh yeah.
in the Discord?
Yeah,
You're
I
good.
totally.
I've
Yep.
been
I just now noticed that. Alrighty, folks. I have no idea what is going on here, but something keeps kicking me off. But we're gonna be we're back. It is very, very annoying that it's doing that. It's happened twice. I'm gonna have to look at some research here on why it keeps kicking me off. But we are back here. We're gonna go ahead and try this again here. All right, I think we got it. All righty, I think everything is working. I hope.
My apologies, Joshua.
It's all right. Well, there is the stage, and Mark Whitley is going to grab the stage here tonight. Congratulations to Mark Whitley. I'm going to have to look into that on why it is doing that. I mean, I don't have a whole lot running, so... But NASCAR boy out there, Tara Path, glad to see all of y'all out there in chat, hanging out with me. 17 of you still tuning in. We just got done with the stage here, so we will get Mark Whitley back down here in a moment after he pits, and we'll talk to him about that good, solid run there, and kind of figure out and look at, you know, how the tires felt. Looks like they were pretty good for him and Kyle, and sure they were having some issues, but I don't think it was too bad. But I mean, right, if they can keep going green, man, that would be something.
Yeah, pretty good, calm, mild-mannered Richmond race. The cars seem to be handling a bit better under the lights. Kind of cooler temperatures, I guess you could say, because I've covered some Richmond races in the past, and they were more so, I guess, under the sunlight of day. So track temperature has a lot to do with how the cars will handle. So maybe that being the case this evening, the cars ain't really fishtailing, I guess, as bad, or it ain't as slick as it could be, perhaps. So...
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get Mark down here and have a talk with him about
indeed.
that stage. Mark, man, congratulations on the stage win here tonight, bud. You know, long, good green flag run there. How did the tires start feeling, buddy?
I was getting a little snug to the center the way I was running it, but I was able to make sure I didn't, you know, wasn't kicking the rear end out on exit, which I think that might have been what was hurting Kyle in the long run. It seemed like he was really trying to get the power down early, and I was just trying to be methodical with it. But, you know, the car felt fine. Hopefully we can get another long green flag run. That seems like we have our, that seems where our meat and gravy are, meat and potatoes, whatever you want to call it. So really just enjoying life right now, I guess.
All right. Well, I mean, we got, you know, a lot of laps still left here. Will, we got some feedback going on there, buddy. Thank you. You know, a lot of laps still left here. Anything definitely can happen. You know, I always say, you know, expect the unexpected. We know you're fast, and we know there's a lot of fast drivers out here. So, you know, let's say we do get that big green flag pit stop here in this, you know, in this stint. You know what? Fuel is not going to be the problem. It's going to be the tires and how you can keep those underneath you. How do you manage that throughout the race if we go green?
You just have to not overcook them. Don't overdrive the corner. Don't try to get the power down. It's just pretty much being kind of boring and methodical, honestly, is how you save tires here.
All righty, buddy. We'll let you. Go ahead.
Yeah, we don't have enough fuel to even get close to the end of the race. So I think the strategy is just going to be cut it in half and run like hell.
All righty. Well, you know, good luck out there, Mark. You know, congratulations, like I said, on the stage. You're already locked into the top 16. So it looks like you guys are going to get going here. So, you know, good luck, bud, and, you know, see what happens.
Sounds good.
Yep. All right. Well, that is a Mark Whitley here, our stage winner. Like I said, folks, I do apologize for everything that is, you know, going on here with everything closing out. But, You know, I think Will is back. Will, we still got that feedback there, buddy. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but
No, I can.
all right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get us going here while you work it on your end. Pace car is off and away. The 13 of Kyle Heath is right there with Mark Whitley, and we are back and away here tonight. The Sim Racing Unleashed Cup Series, sponsored by Harpoon Design, Season 14, Round number 21, the regular season finale here at Richmond Raceway, presented to you all by MaxspeedTV. Myself, Joshua Medlock, and Will Roberts up here with me tonight. So we're having a blast up here watching the race. These guys, you know, just now getting back underway with those newer tires. And now is going to be the time to, I wouldn't say hammer down and go for it, Will, but you know, I would try to find that position you want to be in if we continue to go green and we get those green flag pit stops. Got some good battling going on through the field as well. Chris Paff, Greg Wood, Hunter Hayward. We even had some battling going on behind them back here. Michael DeWalt, Jim Coleman-Sperger, Robbie Darnell. So, you know, everything. Oh, no! Was that Zach?
Yes, problems for the 21. Just don't know what happened. Everybody, luckily, I do believe everybody avoided.
Well, we are back. Man, we're having all sorts of problems here tonight. Now, I didn't catch what happened on that last caution here. I don't know if it'll let. Alrighty, folks. I do hope everybody is still out there. I know we've got 7 of you out there right now with 13 likes. Thank you for holding on to it. I am updating Trading Paints. I'm getting back into ATV, yo. I don't know what happened, bub. Lost sound, everything, and I had to go and restart my computer. And I got sound back. Everything's working. Will, I know you're going to have to go off the stream. I don't know why it's doing that, but I'll do some investigation because, like I said, it worked fine for my brother when he helped me. And then now, you know, having issues tonight. You know, I blame the heat. That's the only thing I can do.
It can play a factor, you know, if you know, heat can play a factor as far as PC getting a bit hot, and then if the PC gets a bit too hot
Yeah.
for the, you know, internals and all that processing material and stuff, needs to be a certain temperature for it to keep running good, and then it starts to overheat and it becomes slow and boggy. And but anywho, we can blame the heat. There could be reasoning behind that. I can understand that. We can agree there. Just things happen,
Oh, yeah.
Joshua,
Oh,
that
yeah.
just, you know, that can be out of our control from time to time. So
Yeah, technology. Well, kind of going through. Oh, we got a car getting loose back here. That is Clifton Ashley. We'll stay on it in a minute and let Will get there. It's only about a 1 to 2 second delay, so it's not too bad. But,
yeah,
you know, Clifton got loose. He saved it. Didn't get into the wall. Now those
David
tires
was able to get by.
Yeah, those tires are going to be a little upset. Oh, Robbie Darnell using the wall a little bit. You know, riding the wall, I guess you could say. But, 43. Slayer's got loose, and somebody's going around back there. That is Robbie Stewart up in the wall. Went around in circles, but no yellow here. You want to see the top 16? I don't have that. I got the points of the top 20. I guess we could go ahead and bring that up here for everybody. Somebody down on the apron, I believe that's Robbie Stewart. Mark Whitley, Kyle Heath, we've got the top 20 here, folks. Now, of course, if you win and you race 75% of the regular season, that win will put you in. If you get a win and you don't race 75% of the season, well, you have to get in on points. So, right now, you know, this is the top 20, but you know, the wins, man, they do matter. Stage points matter here as well. So, got to get the stage when you can. And, yeah, Robbie Stewart brought it down pit road here, hitting the driver bar back up here for everybody. It looks like Ashley had a moment here as well. Oh, Keith. Ouch. Oh, man. I hate that, Keith. Man, I hate it. Looks like Mike Chamberlain is right here in the 70, battling the 75 of Jeff Gilmore. But that is not for position.
To the wall. You're hitting me. Something, I think we might have missed something between Keith and Jim.
I believe we did. I think it was during that
Just trying to piece.
that moment of issues.
Yes, just trying to piece it all together.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Good. Good. Some drivers, like you say, trying to recover up through the field. Kind of just get through this race. Get into the playoffs if they're eligible or able to. They're just, this one, for a handful of drivers, have been just one to, I guess you could say, kind of forget or want to forget already. So
looking at
not
Hunter.
even at.
Go ahead.
Oh yes, he is definitely one. Like we talked about earlier, needs to try to make up as many points as possible this evening. So. Not sure.
Yeah, he's back in 17th. He's back in 17th in the point standings, running right now in third. Kyle Heath is about 2 seconds back from Mark Whitley. So, you know, we do have some separations going on. Oh, the 8, Michael D. Waltzed into the wall a little bit. Did a little scrapey going on there. And Chris Path, I see you out there, Tara. I know you're out there somewhere. Chris just got around him after Michael kind of smacked the wall there. But you know, it's, we do have a yellow, though, and we're going to find out where that yellow is here right now. I got to get my mouse over here. All right, well, let's find it out. It's going to be Mike Chamberlain in the 70, the 44 of Robbie Stewart. Oh, right there it was. Will, looks like the 70 coming in there, and I cannot believe the 44 held on to that because that was quite a hit. All right, back up here. Pace car is out. We are back. Mark Whitley down pit road. Kyle Hunter, Jerry, Zach, everybody coming down lap 98 here. We're going to be hitting that 200 mark here in just a couple of laps. Like I said, folks, I do apologize for the technical issues. I don't know what was causing it. I've never had that issue before. So, you know, with the feels like temp, according to my computer here, of 136, I think that's a little off, but I know it's hot.
Yeah, that Mike Chamberlain just kind of went in. I believe that was turn 1, and just completely. I would like to say just completely missed the corner.
Yeah.
And just kind of straight into the side of the door there, and
Mark Whitley or Robbie Stewart stayed out. He led a lap here. Now it's going to show on my end 99 stint run, but that's not right with me having to reset everything. It loses it all, which
right.
stinks, but you know.
Yeah, some drivers trying to lead that lap if they need to for a point, if that is calculated for SRU points. We see the 48 car of Haywood really, like we said earlier, really needs a good night to capitalize this evening, get as many points as possible, try to point his way in, even if he can somehow get up there, battle Mark Whitley. We see had some good pace, got up here inside what was the top, around the top 3-4 before that caution came out. So going to have just under 100 laps to go, Josh, after this caution gets said and done.
Yeah, we're coming to lap 101 here, so they will get...
How many more, do you think we might see a few more cautions, or maybe just one more, if that? Or, I would like to believe we could go green the rest of the way.
Yeah.
But you never can tell. There can be a mistake here or there.
Well, the fuel, too. I mean, well, I don't really say it's the fuel. I think it's more of the tires. I mean, you're looking at you're looking at 98 laps on a set of tires, roughly.
Brantley said 3 more cautions. So almost would have to agree with him. 3 more cautions.
I'm gonna have to go with maybe 1 to 2 more. 2 more at the most. But we'll find out. Robbie Stewart's going to get us going. Here's led 3 laps. Mark Whitley onto the outside. Robbie did not pit, so he's going to have to be careful. Green is out. Everybody stacked up and going. Robbie did not get the start he wanted. You got everybody on the inside with fresh tires. And folks, we are back underway here for the Sim Racing Unleashed Cup Series Harpoon Design Season 14, Round 21 regular season finale. We got a driver going around back there. Oh, Clifton Ashley, what happened, buddy?
This is really going to help the cars that just took the wave around. I believe we had 2 or 3 cars that elected to stay out and try to capitalize and get a lap back. I believe one of them was Jim Coleman'sberger, and I couldn't make out who the other.
Yeah, I want to go. I want to go up here. I know you're a little bit lagging behind me, but I'm gonna go up here real quick and look at the 73 and 43. Now there was a little incident there.
Yeah, Larry had a big moment getting into the corner.
and then you go back a little bit further to Clifton, and then right there is where that happened at with the 5. So you had a couple of incidents that you had an incident that I think started that incident, which that incident would be the caution. So, you know, Robbie Darnell, man, I don't know about him. This dude staying out here, keeping it going. Maybe he's on a different strategy than everybody else.
Kind of looked like Clifton was keeping, just trying to avoid what was happening in front of him and progressing down the track.
Yeah.
And the 5 car, him and Philip met eventually. It was going to happen. So,
Yep.
yes, Robbie trying to get off strategy, off kilt a little bit. If these cautions keep progressing frequently, it might be beneficial for Robbie because he was caught up in that incident early on, just about, what was it, lap 4 of the race.
Roughly,
So,
yeah.
you know, these cautions, if we keep having them periodically, could help him with that strategy. All in about the allocated tire sets that these drivers have as well.
Now, we will be off next week, folks. We will be back September the 3rd. The first race of the top 16. That'll be for 10 races to find out who the champion is. We start the chase September the 3rd, as I said, at Darlington. We're round number 1 of 147 laps. Hopefully we don't have any major issues like we're having tonight. And, you know, we could make it, you know, a perfect event there. But we'll do some research on the Discord and OBS and why they're clashing together and all that. We'll figure it out. But I do want to go back down here on the track, Will. We got Jerry Isaacs up here into 3rd. Hunter Hayward 4th. Robbie 5th. Now, Mark Whitley, Kyle Heath is 1 and 2. Chris Paff 6th, Zach Deutscher 7th, Michael DeWalt 8th, David Cassidy 9th, and Jeff Gilmore will round out our top 10. Now, we do have 15 drivers on the lead lap. The first driver a lap down and only 1 lap down is going to be Mike Chamberlain. So, Mike looking for a quick yellow here to get that lucky dog and get back on the lead lap. We still have plenty of laps for these drivers to make moves, you know, upset a few drivers, get the most points or win if you need it to get in. I mean, expect the unexpected.
Oh, yes, indeed. Anything is possible. Anything can happen in racing. So, the final, you know, 94, 93 laps here going to be quite exciting, I do believe. Getting ready for the restart.
Keith, I got to say, man, I would love to race around you and with you. I don't know really how to race either, but I see you do an awesome job down there, so keep it up, buddy. Pace car is off and away. Coming to the green flag, lap 108, Mark Whitley, Kyle Heath on the loud pedals. Jerry Isaacs, Hunter Hayward, they got a good jump. Here we go. We're going to have a little bit of possible 3-wide action as the 21 of Zach Deutscher dives it down to the inside, man. Zach making a good run here in that 21 machine. We're going to get back up on him here because I don't know everybody.
Brave move, carrying that momentum, trying to get to the inside of Chris Pratt in the Gatorade throwback.
Yeah, I
They're
think
on Walter Dygaard colors.
I think somebody out there mentioned that throwback too, and yeah, great throwback there. It looks like, man,
usually in Wrangler, but
yeah, it looks like
good
we
to
got
see other types of paint schemes
Whoa,
inspired.
no,
So.
the 50. Oh, the 50 is going to get.
Jerry Isaacs.
Golly, we got a wreck. We got a big wreck,
Oh,
too.
Chris Pratt.
Yep, several drivers.
Oh, Larry Blair.
Yep, several drivers are going to get involved in this. We're going to get back on Larry, but it actually started.
Almost had it avoid.
Up here with and around the 50. So let's go ahead and get back up here. It looks like a little bit of some 3-wide action going on. So right around here, yeah, right there, the 21 catching the 50. It looks like a little bit of.
Oh, man.
And then Robbie Stewart, nowhere to go or Robbie Darnell, sorry. Robbie Darnell, nowhere to go, slams the 50, and it was just kind of on from there. You get up here, and I guess you could.
Chris Praff got clipped by Isaacs as he was getting sent sideways by the contact from the 21 of Deutscher. So,
Yeah, man, oh, man.
just short track racing at its finest, I guess you could
Ooh.
say.
Golly.
Because sometimes this is what the short track racing can produce, unfortunately.
Yep.
That's Robbie's second major incident that we were able to see. So, don't know if you know, not too sure if he was caught up in the Jim Comensberger, Keith Hurlbut incident. So
yeah, I don't know. I mean, we unfortunately missed that, and I'm not gonna have the full thing either. So
yeah, just counting the incidences that Robbie's been a part of, man, it kind of surprising. He hopefully would still have a car after that. That was a heck of a T-bone he had, or that he delivered. And Larry Blair almost had it cleared, and then got clipped at the very last moment. Hunter Haywood, though, up here in third, man, he could almost play spoiler this evening if he could keep being here, pouncing at the right time. If these, say, Kyle Heath and Mark Whitley, they get racy, kind of Darrell Waltrip and Dell Earnhardt, themselves perhaps, and Hunter go on and do more than point his way in, win his way in.
yeah.
It would look like. So, kind of almost Kyle Petty it. But anyway, that's who won the race between that wreck between Waltrip and Earnhardt here at Richmond all those years ago in the late 80s. So, yep, just getting a few more laps here, maybe two more under the caution, working the caution.
No, they'll go back.
One more?
They'll go back, yeah.
Okay.
Pace car lights should go off this time.
Yep.
And then they'll
My
go around
apologies.
one more time, and then they'll go green. So that's
Yes.
I think that's what's going to happen. Yeah, Kyle Heath is
Yes.
pulling up to the side of him. So looks like the
My
pace car
apologies,
lights
Josh.
will go. It's fine. It's
I'm
different.
behind on myself.
It's different pace laps for different tracks. It's weird,
Yeah. So the 48 could time the restart to where Whitley goes, and he could kind of go with Whitley. Restarting in the third position on iRacing on the short tracks could be a bit beneficial because you can kind of jump that second place driver on that outside lane, kind of tuck in behind the leader. So let's see if
we'll see what happens.
Haywood, yes, see if he could kind of take advantage there.
All right, pace car off and away here tonight. Mark Whitley, Kyle Heath, Hunter Hayward, Zach Deutscher, the 17 of David Cassidy. Got Jeff Gilmore up here. Good restart. Green back out once more here tonight at Richmond. It looks like Zach falling back a little bit. Yeah, here comes Hunter Hayward here to the inside of the 13. Oh, we got a car getting sideways back there. That is going to be Larry Blair falling all the way back.
What a catch, though. He saved it.
Yes,
what a save.
Yes, he did. Robbie Darnell up in the wall here as well, but everybody getting around. A little bit of three-wide action going on, but everybody's fine. Everybody did get around to Robbie. They got around Jason, so we're still green. No harm, no foul. I know Brantley Roden out there, he said somebody might have went a little low on the 3 for the cautions, but hey, they're getting a little bit single file here. Hunter did make the pass. However, here comes Kyle Heath looking back to the inside. Oh, no, we got Philip Bridgman. Oh, Philip's on pit road. Never mind. All right. So, seen Philip's speed drop, and then all of a sudden, he's gone. He's on pit road.
Yeah, he could have possibly have perhaps slightly jumped the start, perhaps. Maybe got a penalty, or could have just got some damage somewhere and jumped down there. Have to repair that, perhaps. So, have to wait and see.
Tara. She says she gets really mad when one of her boys get into an accident, so we don't want to really hear what she has to say. Well, I mean, I could only imagine.
It can be that way sometimes.
Oh, yeah, watching David Cassidy and Zach Deutscher here, the 17 and the 21. Now they're kind of doing a little bit of a battle in here, you know, real close together. Jason Adams is right behind him in the 24 in that 6th spot. I think Jason right now is in a pretty good spot here. He sees the battle presumably going to happen between the 17 and the 21. If something does happen between them two, Jason would be, you know, in a spot to maybe pick up a couple of spots here. If a caution does not, if he makes the pass and then the caution comes out, he would hold that spot, I do believe. But we don't want to see any more yellows. What we want to see is hard, good racing, and that is what we're seeing here tonight. Well, that's what we're now seeing here tonight with everything that was going on earlier.
You know, it's kind of to be expected. David Cassidy making his presence known for a top 5 position. He kind of overdrove turn 1, though, and let the door open for Deutscher to get back by him. Like you say, Adams is in the perfect spot, like you say, to capitalize on a mistake from one of these two drivers. But, yeah, you know, like we talked about, Cassidy chose not to qualify, started 16th of the non-qualifiers. So kind of eventually I was expecting to see him in or amongst the battle for the top 5 at some point this race. So
kind of going through the field here is, you know, I'm not really seeing a whole lot going on right now. I do see some drivers, they are in kind of a line like you would see on a 1.5 miles or a super speedway such as Daytona or Talladega, you know, trying to get in line, maybe some pit stops, but I don't think they're going to be pitting anytime soon. They've only been out here, roughly some 12 laps, 13, some 26, 27 laps. So, you know, we'll see when these guys do decide to come down pit road, maybe take a set of tires here and, you know, kind of go with it. We're going to go ahead and go on board though here, Will, with the driver and try to pick which one to go on. There's so many to choose from. It's kind of hard to do. Well, why don't you pick? Who do we need to go cockpit here and ride along with? You pick a driver.
Well, Jerry Isaacs, I would have to say, might be one. You know, he kind of got caught up in that spin earlier. Got turned around. He was riding in the top 5, so now he's got, one would think, fresh tires, trying to work his way back up through the field. We believe he's got a top 5 capable car, so just trying to pick his way back through the field. That can be
here goes,
easier said than done.
To the inside of the 43 of Austin Slayers. We're going to see here, cockpit, if Jerry Isaacs can get around Austin safely on the front stretch down into turn number 1. He has not made the pass yet. They are side by side here, folks, and it does look like, man, he is trying to get around him, but we're going to get back up here, kind of watch it. Now that has brought the 22 of Chris Paff up here into the mix too. Chris sees the battle between the 50 and the 43. We'll see here if Chris maybe can get a good launch somewhere and maybe battle up these two guys. Here he goes to the inside, or trying to get to the inside of the 43. And yeah, we got a pretty good battle here between these three.
Yeah, he's going to try to follow what the 50 did of Jerry Isaacs. He's going to try to go along that inside lane, get by Austin in that 43 machine,
man,
one would think. But Austin really keeping strong in that outside lane, really ripping that momentum up. So
it looks like a battle
either
up.
lane. Yeah.
Battle up
Go
here
ahead,
for,
Josh.
Yeah, battle up here for second here. Kyle Heath did get back around Hunter Hayward here. So that was, I don't know if Hunter let him by or if just Kyle had that momentum and was able to get by him. We got up there as soon as he made the pass. So, but You know, Kyle is back up into second. He started third. Hunter started eighth. He is in third. Kyle's in second. Zach Deuscher started second. He's back in fourth, but he is right there with Hunter. So, whoa, Kyle getting loose. Oh, he didn't save it. He went right up into the wall, and a yellow is out. Oh, no.
That was a big, long slide for Kyle. Like we said, just taken back over the second place from the 48 of Haywood. So, just completely came out from underneath him in corner entry.
Yeah, it just came out front. He tried to save it, but man, right up. It turned as soon as he got it straight. It went right to the right and right up into the wall he goes. Man, oh man, he pulls it down, lets everybody by. Now he's got to get back in line here. And I would imagine everybody would come down pit road, and as they do that, I'm going to step away here real quick. So, Will, I'm going to turn the mic over to you. We're going to stay on Mark Whitley here, bud. So,
the 48 chose to stay out here. Oh, man.
Oh!
But along with David Cassidy, it looks like in the 17, Jason Adams. So 3 cars looks like we're going to see stay out. But, yes,
Go ahead.
The leaders, Mark Whitley, bringing them down. Chris Praff as well. Austin Slayers in the 43. So
I'm going to stay.
Got a handful of drivers. You can step away if you need to.
Yeah. I'm going to stay on Hunter Hayward here. I'll be right back.
Okay. So we have a handful of drivers that stayed out here. Hunter Hayward in the 48 machine. Then you have David Cassidy. Then Jason Adams. So let me see who else here in just a moment. So a handful of drivers staying out, choosing not to pit here. They could be thinking this is not the last caution that we see. They could be wanting to save that set of tires that they could have left in the pits. Choose not to come down at this moment. So Chris Praff in the 22, 4th place. 43, Larry Blair. Okay, so the top 6, it looks like, stays out. So 7th on back. Back to Robbie Darnell, I believe. Or Jeff Gilmore. Or is that DeWalt? Gilmore, yes. So all of those just came out of the pits, presumably with the fresh tires. Got to remember these drivers, you would think, has just over about 30 laps, I believe, since we went last green. So on this set of tires, Mark Whitley and company has a handful of drivers to get through back to the front of the field. Just a mistake by
I'm back.
Kyle Heath. Welcome back. Joshua Medlock getting into turn 1. I mean, the car just, as we say sometimes, just turned too good, turned excellently well. Unfortunately, sometimes when the back end comes out like that, could just almost like driving on ice or just, you know, just breaks out from underneath you.
Yep.
And there's no saving it at that point. You are just in for the slide. Hopefully through the slide you can get some type of weight transition back and maybe save it, but it is a long slide and handful getting to the restart.
Yep, pace car's off. And we are back green here, folks. It's going to get, probably going to get a little bit dicey here as we are winding down here of the laps. Oh, the 24s are around. They're going to pile them up here on the back stretch. A big one.
24, 22, 44.
Yep. All right. Well, let's check it out here. It's going to start up here with Jason Adams and the 22 of a Chris Paff. It does look, 17 got maybe a bump there from the 22, but we're going to take a look at it here. Right. Yeah, he did. 22 did bump the 17. Kind of slowed down the 22 a little bit right there. The 24 right in the back of the 22, and then everybody trying to dodge it and nowhere to go again for the 44. Going to get a piece of it. Oh, my golly.
Yeah, it looks like Chris Pratt was trying not to completely run over David Cassidy there, and he did give him a shot, so he backed up. And then Jason Adams said, "Whoa, you're checking up? Oh, boy." And just no time to react at that moment, and just almost looks like the 5 of Bridgman might have got into Robbie as Robbie was checking up for it. So sometimes when you're checking up for something, just that log jam accordion effect will happen to where maybe the driver behind you don't see what happened completely in front of you. So
yeah. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and get a driver down here and talk to him here tonight. We're going to start. We'll get to the 21 of Zach Deuscher here. Zach, buddy, I think I've been pronouncing your name correctly. Kind of got used to it. So, Zach, man, it's been an interesting race out here tonight, not only for y'all, but us up here in the booth as well. But, kind of talk about it. How's your race going for you? I know you're back at 7th right now, man. Let's hear it. What do you got to do here tonight, bud?
The race has been pretty hectic for the most part, pretty fast. We're just trying to survive here and get a good green flag run. I think we got a top 5 car.
So really just trying to shoot for a top 5. That's really what you're trying to do.
Yep. Points.
Points. All righty, buddy. Well, good luck out there. Keep it going. Have fun. But most importantly, try to save, as much as you can of that number 21 vehicle out there. So, Zach, good luck out there. And, keep turning left and going fast.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you. All right. Well, that is Zach Deuscher here, running back here in 6th. Now they are, pace lights are not going to go off. So let's go ahead and grab another one here. Maybe Jeff Gilmore. There he is right there. Jeff Gilmore, buddy, got a copy of that 75?
I do.
Hey, Jeff. Hey, bud. Well, it's been one of those races out here tonight. How is that Miller car holding up, and what do you got to do for the final laps here at about 50-something to go?
It's been a struggle. I had damage off the get-go at an incident there at the beginning. 3 wide or something. I'm not sure. I haven't seen it yet, but anyway, it's been a struggle getting it fixed over 4 minutes. It's nearly all fixed. About 40 seconds left. It was fairly fast. It knocked the toe out. It kept up pretty good, lost a lap, got it back, but it's still fast. I turned 22.7 there not long ago, so we'll see what we got here for them at the end.
All righty, buddy. We'll let you get to it. It looks like you guys are getting double file, so good luck, bud.
Thank you. Thanks for having me in. Thanks, guys.
Yep.
Best of luck, Jeff.
All right. Well, we got to get back up front here. It looks like Mark Whitley trying to warm up and scrub those tires. Hunter Hayward, Austin Slayers, Larry Blair, Kyle Hayes, Zach Deuscher, Jerry Isaacs, Jason Adams, Robbie Darnell, David Cassidy, rounding out our top 10 here. Looks like 17 of you out there tuning in right now. 13 likes, 2 shy from 15. Pace cars off and away. Please hit that like button, subscribe button, and the notification bell. Here we go, folks. Green is back out. Looks like a little bit of bumping going on the inside there, but everybody is doing good. 21 of Zach Deuscher drops it right in front of the 50. Seen that opening, and he took it. Mark Whitley and Hunter Hayward's going to go at it up there for the lead. We got action all backing through here. We're going to continue to watch it. Whoa! 73 having some moments. Larry Blair, Jason Adams, Gilmore.
Teammate on teammate crime.
Yeah, buddy. Man.
Teammates trying not to run over each other and ruin each other's race. But, man, Larry just having a bad restart there, trying to get into the swing of things again, back under green flag running. And just how bad that can just throw out your rhythm when you're trying to check up and avoid fellow racers. So
Yeah, seeing a good battle back here, I believe it is. Now Robbie Stewart, now this is not for, oh, Darnell in the 44 slamming the inside wall.
oh, that's a
Something,
huge hit. That's going to knock the toe out probably of the
yeah,
left front.
something happened to Robbie Darnell. No yellow. Let's get a MaxspeedTV a rewind, green flag rewind here, and see kind of what happened to Robbie Darnell. It looks like he might have gotten loose. Yeah, that was a quick rewind. Out of 2, it looks like it just snapped on him, and right down into the wall he goes, and he is on pit road here. We can check cockpit, and it looks like he's running pretty straight, but you know, we're not down there. We don't really feel how that car is going, so you know, he could have some toe damage like you was talking about, Will, and you know, hopefully you didn't put him out of the race, but you know, man, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, those cars sometimes when they come off a turn 2, like we've seen just about a lot tonight, can be quite a handful. Now, Zach Deutscher really challenging Haywood in the 48, looking to the inside, trying to complete the pass. So,
And he does.
yes, so.
Now he's trying. Whoa, we got a battle and a pass back here, too. Looks like the 40 of Jerry Isaacs. I think Austin let him by. Austin didn't fight him too hard, so I think he did let him go by.
As we know of, he told us he's still trying to get used to iRacing.
Yep.
Still 3 months fresh on the sim.
I guess,
so.
yeah, we can call him, you know, I would technically say, you know, a rookie.
Yes.
But, you know, he's already got an A license of a 309.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's already got an A license. I mean, it doesn't take long to go
No.
from rookie to A. I mean, if you do it
Right.
right. So, good battle back here. Kyle Heath, Chris Paff. We're going to see here if Chris can get around Kyle. I know Kyle's trying to get back up there, you know, into the top spot. But, you know, these guys, like I said, some of these guys got wins. They've already raced the 75% needed.
Exactly.
So, you know, they don't really have to, per se, win, you know, just get the stage points, you know, and finish the best way they can. But, you know, a good battle back here. Jason Adams, and looks like David Cassidy is going to get around him as well. So, got some battles going on, but not really a whole lot.
Yeah, David Cassidy, I believe, pitted, so trying to work his way back through the field as well. We expect to have top 5 pace from Cassidy. Philip Bridgman struggling a bit, falling down through the order.
Man, oh man, good battling going on, man. We got
If
battles.
not already. Yes, Jerry Isaacs getting up, passing 3rd. So
yeah, we got battles everywhere too. Man, we got a little bit of packs going on, and some drivers trying to get around others. I see that some of the drivers too are running the high line up against, I call it the wall line. You know, they don't go to the inside; they run up high like the 5 of Philip Bridgman. Now Philip is 2 laps down, but you see the line he's running. You know, he needs a couple of yellows here to get back on that lead lap, as long as, you know, he's not involved in it. But, you know, we're coming down, we're under the 50 to go here. It looks like we're, 45 laps to go. Now, I know it says 5 cautions. I do believe one of those is the stage, and 6 lead changes as of right now. But, man, it's something else. Mark Whitley up front. He has led, according to this, 65 laps. But then again, having to reset ATVO resets everything. So, but we're going to get back here to Austin. Looks like Chris and Kyle got a 3-pack right here. And look who's coming up to them, too. The 17 of David Cassidy right there with them.
yes, indeed. So 5th, 6th, and 7th and 8th right there in the picture frame. They're kind of trying to chase down the 48 of Haywood. So Haywood had some really good short run speed there, but also got to remember off kilt as far as tire life goes compared to some of these drivers
Yeah.
that came in and pitted. He was one of the, I believe, 5 or 6 cars that stayed out under the last caution, most recent caution, to not come in and get fresh set of tires. So
22 of Chris Paff made the pass over Kyle Heath. Kyle back to 6th, Chris up to 5th. Chris right back up to where he started. Chris coming into tonight in the point standings in that 4th position. We can't, because I don't want to do anything that's going to mess up my computer again. I was just to say we could pull up the winner so far, but yeah, I don't want to. I've already had too many issues tonight. I don't want to do anything else that's gonna mess it up. So, you know, if you got the win, like I said, I'm watching David Cassidy. He just got around Austin Slayers here, and David has led 1 lap, and he's up to 7th.
yeah, David, pretty good short track racer when it comes down to it. That's kind of his bread and butter. So Richmond, like I said, not surprised if he was to get a good top 5 finish this evening.
All right, getting back up here to Kyle and Hunter and Chris. Chris now up to 4th. He got around a Hunter, so Chris making, you know, some moves here kind of in the latter stages of the race. One more spot. He's got to get around Jerry Isaacs here in the 50. Jerry started back in 6th. Zach is about a second back, roughly, from Mark Whitley. So we'll see if Zach is able to get up there and battle Mark Whitley up. There's Mark right now. Now I know you can see Whitley, and it's about a second, but, you know, short track, that second does not matter. I mean, Mark makes a mistake, bam, Zach is right there.
Yes, Mark could overdrive the corner, maybe have a bit of a lockup per se, breaking into turn 1, perhaps, different things. And not to say that that couldn't happen to Zach to lose ground on the leader as well. So either or. But yeah, Zach Deutscher kind of stabilized, but now finally, but 8/10 to a second, it seems. So now he same gap and distance to Jerry Isaacs in 3rd place that he has that buffer as well. So
looks like Jeff Gilmore. Now, Jeff is on the lead lap. He just got around Robbie Stewart, who's unfortunately 12 laps down. But, you know, a position, doesn't matter how many laps you are. You know, he started in 12th. He is back into 17th. But, you know, I'm going to go ahead and say it because that's just what I do. I keep it real. You know, if we do have a few more cautions or whatever the case may be, and some drivers, you know, do pull it behind the wall, and Robbie, you know, is not involved in anything and he stays out, he'll pick up, you know, he could pick up position. So, you know, he's not technically out of the race. I mean, he unfortunately probably is out of the contention for the win, being 12 laps down. He would need 12 cautions or more to get back on the lead lap. But, you know, I give credit to these guys, and they don't get the credit, you know, that they deserve, Will. You know, drivers out here that, you know, are laps down, you know, that can get out there and race, you know, they're just out there. They're out there to race, pick up points, pick up positions. They don't care how much damage. They deserve a lot of credit for that.
exactly, showing up, participating, giving it your best effort. You may not be the quickest here, but hey, like you say, every position still matters to some degree, and maybe, you know, this could be perhaps your best run perhaps at this track at the moment in your iRacing career, so to speak. So showing up, participating, trying to give it a good effort. Yeah, good battle raging on back here as Haywood keeps losing ground, and that's allowing just other competitors to eat him up, so to speak.
Good battle. Good battle back here with Hunter and Slayers and Gilmore. I'm gonna stay right here with these guys real quick, kind of give it a few laps, see if they can, you know, maybe go. I guess you could go ahead and call it 3 wide. We really don't want to see 3 wide here, but you know, if we
those normally work out by the time they funnel into the corner.
Yeah, looks like the
Austin getting lucky, saw a window of opportunity, but the car got really tight on him.
Yep.
Pushed off the track, nowhere to go there. That's going to give the now door open for Jeff Gilmore.
Whoa, Jeff having a little bit of a moment there, but he saved it. Good job. Well, folks.
Yeah, it's just very hard racing here.
Yeah, Robbie Darnell has officially took it behind the wall here tonight. Unfortunately, he is done. Now, we do have Keith Hurlbutt, Mark Emery, and Gomez, Mark Koshik. They are still in the lobby. They are. They haven't completely taken it behind the wall. So, you know, I don't foresee them, unfortunately, coming back out. They may, but you know, we'll find out. We are going to be coming to a 20 to go here pretty quickly. But again,
24 at the moment.
Yep. But again, thank you everybody again for tuning in. We are up to, it looks like 14 likes right now. Yeah, I figured. Oh, you're still in there. Okay, you just parked it. All right. So Robbie is still in the lobby. He's just out of his car. That's what it is.
Yeah, Robbie was kind of in the wars this race, in between some carnage here and there. So
yep.
It's almost understandable after a period of time to just say, all right, I've had enough.
All right, Hunter.
This battle raging on here between the 48, 43, and 75 machines.
Yeah, they're not, I mean, they're giving each other room, but they're, you know, they're right here battling it up. And, man, that 43 right to the inside of Hunter Hayward, still there, has not technically completed it as they go into 3. Golly, I don't know how they do it. Out of turn number 4, Austin Slayers is going to have that spot. But, man, these 3 right here tearing it up. Oh, Hunter got really close to the wall, and I believe he might have tagged it. He is going to fall back down behind the 75. Oh, Austin. Okay, I think he's trying to break what little draft you can get from the 75. But, you know, Jeff, he's right there now.
He had his hands full coming out of turn 2. He really, he's having a good welcome to iRacing Richmond moment here this evening in that 43.
Oh, golly, are they going to go 3 wide? They better not.
Oh, wow.
Almost, but they didn't go.
Hayward
They didn't go 3 wide.
On the side-by-sideness between Gilmore and Austin there in the 43, but could not. His tires, you would think, just completely gone away. He was really hoping for another caution just shortly after, but doesn't look like we're going to get it.
Well, we are 19 to go. And
goodness.
Still looking at this battle right here between them. Now we're going to go check on some other drivers here. So
as hard as we're racing, you know, you never can tell. We could possibly get one, but like I say, don't want to see it, but it could happen.
Yeah, we definitely don't want to see it with 18 to go. We are winding down this race. 9:40 Eastern, 8:40 Central here tonight. Winding it down here, folks. Like I said, I do apologize for all the hiccups here tonight. I know Robbie will probably go back and find out what happened, but we had some technical issues out here tonight, Robbie, some major ones. I had to restart my computer because I lost all sound, so we did miss some of the race out here, but you know, we did. I think we caught a good majority of it. So
yes,
you know, we're having a good time. We did miss a few cautions, but hey, they're cautions, so you know.
I want to say there might have been about 25 laps in total. That
Yeah.
maybe 30, if that. So, yeah, just technical difficulties. They happen from time to time. So,
Ooh, watching Michael Dewald here in the 8 Budweiser. Oh, the 5. I think he was going to let the 8 around, and the 5 of Phillip did kind of smack the wall there a minute, but he is
he just running out of real estate. Like you say, he's 2 laps down.
Hunter Hayward. Whoa!
That's another hard hit, and caution is out.
Yeah,
Caution is out, Joshua. So,
yeah,
late
caution.
race caution. He was the one that was kind of probably more so hoping for a caution to happen, but not be the caution. That's, man.
Yeah, not be it coming out of it. Looks like turn 2, and yeah, looks like
gets away from him, similar to what happened to Robbie.
Yeah, it just looks like it turned to the left, and it shot him right down into the wall. That little concrete barrier there. Man, I hate it. Golly, I hate it. Ugh.
Yeah, he's having a good run earlier, and just those old tires probably just finally gave way.
Well,
got back up, getting back up to the throttle, and just whoopsie daisy, around she came.
Yeah, it looks like we've got some drivers coming down pit road. We got drivers staying out as well. Mark Whitley, Zach, Jerry Isaacs, Chris Paff, Kyle Heath, David Cassidy, Jeff Gilmore. Let me run over here a minute. Now, our top 7 stayed out. Now, that's going to put them anywhere between 45 to 60 lap run. I'm not going to give you the exact number due to the fact of people like to listen. So, but somewhere in that ballpark, that is exactly the run that they are on. So tires definitely could be a problem for sure. We're going to see here if maybe coming around this time, we got some drivers coming down. Now it looks like Jim Coleman-Sperger, he's decided to come down pit road. 3 laps down. Hey, I still wouldn't count out Jim. We get to see, what is it, 3, 4, 5, 6 cautions. He could be back on the lead lap,
Kind of hate to see that for Jim because, if we could have had some long green flag running here tonight at Richmond, and he could have been on the lead lap. Normally he can get about up in that top 7, maybe top 5 material. Tonight, if all things could have went right for Jim, but unfortunately, we know they did not. So
yeah, it's been unfortunate. It's been unfortunate for a couple of these drivers out here tonight. Well, several drivers, I should say. Greg Wood, Gomez, Mark Emery, Keith Hurlbutt, Robbie Darnell out there. We'll mention him. Robbie Stewart, unfortunately, having some issues too. Clifton Ashley, drivers that are a lap down as well, that, are still out here racing it up. They're trying to do what they can to, to keep it going, just pick up the amount of points they can. So
kind of have to agree with what's being talked about at the chat. Brantley, Roden, and Robbie Darnell saying that, cautions may not be done with at the moment. Sorry if I butchered your last name. My apologies. But, yes, never can tell when the cautions could be exactly done with. Well, I guess when they actually, run out of green, white checkers, Joshua. But
we do get 3 of those. So, if it comes down to it, we could possibly see 3 GWCs here tonight. It's gonna need there's some stuff gonna happen here. I'm afraid we're gonna see some 3 possibly.
Restarted in third, so he could time that restart. Maybe get alongside Deutscher, and never know.
Yeah.
They had some contact earlier.
Yeah, but it's tires, Will. I mean, what are these tires? You spin tires, and that driver behind you don't spin. He's gonna slam right into you.
So, and we've seen earlier how Zach, if he can get that window of opportunity to get down in that bottom lane.
Yep, here we go.
be.
Pace car is down off and away. The 77 of Mark Whitley and the 21. Everybody coming to the wire. A little bit of a tire spin there by the 77, but everybody is back underway here tonight. And oh, man, this is going to be interesting back here. 3-1 at Richmond, folks. We had a 3-1 situation there. And that did.
It's still bumping and grinding, artsy-bartsy with Adams and
Oh,
DeWalt
yeah.
there.
Man, the 24. Man, giving that 75 a shove and right up in front of the 43. We're not done yet. And Robbie is correct. We was not done. Caution is out here, folks. It looks like, yeah, Jason Adams right here. Oh, he just lost it coming across the stripe here. I know he was doing some bumping and shoving there with the 75. I wonder if that kind of upset that 24. But, man, he gave that 75 several shoves. As we're going to see it. 1, 2, and then coming out of 4. Yeah, that's kind of what upset him. And then right up in front of the 43.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. Got behind on the steering, and then, yeah, right. Poor Austin, nowhere to go. Just probably did not expect the 24 to just ricochet up the track like that. 5 car was collected.
All right. Yeah.
Jeremy's back in chat. So.
Yeah, Kyle. Yeah, Kelly. I called Kelly Kyle. Oops. Yeah, Kelly. Yeah, he needed the yellow, but he didn't need to be a part of it. That's for sure. That is exactly what happened. Wilderness, we got some feedback again, buddy. Just letting you know. just letting you know, bud. Just that, you know. Oh, hello. Oh, there we go. Hunter Hayward back on the lead lap. He got the lucky dog. 6 to go here tonight, folks. Hey, bub. I'm not going to exactly read what Brandon Hartwell said in chat, but, man, I feel you, bud. Man, we miss seeing you out here.
Is that better?
Yeah. Much better. Well, no, not really. Staticky. That's all right, Brandon. We'll get you out here. You need to tell your work. You know, you're going to come home, you're going to race, and then you'll go back to work, and you know, you'll stay there and work. Bub. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. I'm looking at the chat and doing the race, but we've got Mark Whitley, Zach Deuscher, Jerry Isaacs, Chris Paff, Kyle Heath, David Cassidy, Jeff Gilmore, Michael Dewalt, Austin Slayers, Mike Chamberlain, Larry Blair, and Hunter Hayward are top 12 on the lead lap. Now, Jason Adams is a lap down right now. He needs a quick yellow, and if, of course, we do have a yellow, you know, coming up, it will set up a GWC attempt. I don't know. Jason might be thinking, hey, I need that yellow. Whoa, the 5 of Phillip. Something is going on with Phillip Bridgman here. Whoa.
Yeah, that's uncharacteristic. See why Phillip would be down out of pace, off pace.
Yeah, something was going on there. Okay, 4 to go. Hey, 4 to go. We'll get the. Are we gonna have it? Is this gonna be a GWC?
Well, we could kind of run into that scenario here. The laps could kind of log over.
Let's see what happens. We're gonna be 3 to go this time. Pace car lights
like
are out. I'll be an unofficial GWC.
Okay, so it's a natural green-white checkered, as Brantley is helping us out there. So
yeah, natural green-white checkered attempt. So it's still regulation. So if we get a caution, it will set up a first GWC. That's how it works. So a green-white checkered attempt, they're going to go green. Next time by will be white. And then the next time checkered, we get a caution before the white flag. Well, we're going to rack them up, stack them up, and do it and start the green-white checkered technically attempts here, but the pace car is off and away here again. Coming to the green flag with 3 to go. Here we go, folks. Green is out, and the 50 of Jerry Isaacs right on the bumper of the 77, trying to get him loose. We're going to do no 3Y back here, but man, oh man, these guys are taking advantage of the whole track here and probably trying to use other drivers as well to get around. But here we go, white flag in the air, 1 to go, folks.
Yes, Kyle Heath trying to get back up into the top 3. On all over the back bumper of Jerry Isaacs going into 3 and 4 to get the white flag. So
we got them wrecking. No, they are wrecking back there.
My goodness.
Yep, and Mark Whitley is going to win it here tonight. Kyle Heath is going to get the P2 finish here this evening. And
David
Cassidy into that 3rd spot, man. Awesome job by these guys. And, you know, Kyle Heath managing to get through that mess. And David as well. Man,
wow.
That was one heck of
speechless.
Yeah, that was amazing. Well, hang tight, folks. We're going to get the top 3 up here for the Max Speed TV post-race show. Mark Whitley is going to burn it up here tonight on the front stretch. So hang tight. We will be right back. Alrighty, folks, we are back. We have caught up with our top 3 here tonight. We're going to go ahead and start with our winner, Mark Whitley. Well, Mark, you dominated the race out here tonight. You said you loved Richmond, and Richmond, it looks like it loved you too, buddy. Man, talk about the overall racing and a lot of battles out there. You even had to deal with some lap traffic of your own, man. Just talk about the overall event here for the regular season finale, man.
Yeah, it was this track it's just fun for I just love driving it. It's just really fun. You really can't you can't take a lap off, I guess to say. You're always up on it, and if you have a momentary lapse of concentration, you'll either get too deep in the corner and spin it out, back it into the wall, or overdrive it and go way up the hill. So
yeah.
Just feel like I like it because it seems like you just have to be on your game like the whole time. Like there's no off time. Yeah, it worked out pretty good for us. We were able to stay up in the lead. I know I was a little risky going with the last set of tires there with 60 to go, but I was hoping, I was really thinking we had a long green flag run, and I was thinking there was enough of us. It was kind of a split strategy that if we got a late caution, close enough to the end that it like these tires, the lap times kind of fell off, but the actual tire wear itself wasn't terrible. So it was mainly like the heat and the pressure that got built up. So like under caution, it would cool the tire down. And you'd have 3 or 4 laps where it was pretty much, I'm not gonna say good as brand new, but it was pretty close. So I knew if it got late enough that new tires wouldn't be a huge factor. And then I still didn't want to see it. I wanted to just go green, but can't always get what you want. But thankfully, we were able to stay out and get a couple of good restarts. I don't remember who it was. It was the orange or yellow car behind me got a hell of a jump on that last restart. I was really worried he was going to stick it 3 wide going into 1, but we made it through there, and I was just trying to run my larks, get to the white flag in case they wrecked, and after that it was just smooth sailing. But can't say enough about the league. I mean, we had a lot of long green flag runs. I know 200 laps to Richmond, and we had some incidents. But I mean, Richmond, it's tricky tracks. I mean, you're going to
Yes.
have incidents. So, I think hats off to the league. It was a pretty good race overall, and next week's going to be maybe even tougher because it's Darlington, I think.
Well,
So,
we don't race next week. We are off.
week after next, whatever.
Yeah.
The next race.
Yep,
The
yep.
next race.
And I was going to talk to you. Yeah, folks, off next week. We'll come back September the 3rd. I mentioned it earlier. So, yeah, it's Darlington. 147 laps, buddy, for round number 1. So, starting off with a tough track, Darlington. That's kind of going to, I guess, what you could say, set the stage for what is going to happen in the 10 races. So, how do you feel about Darlington starting things off?
Well, it seems like this part of the schedule has just been really nice because they've been all like some of my favorite tracks, like Watkins Glen, this track, Darlington. New Hampshire a little while ago. They're all top 5 favorites to me. Darlington, I just love that track, has a special place in my heart, and hopefully we can go out there and get another win to start the playoffs off right. That track means the world to me. But if I could only win at one track the rest of my iRacing career, that's the track I'd pick. So hopefully that won't be the only one place we can win at, but that we're going to really go in there and try and set the tone for the playoffs. And we had a big good battle with Gary. I'm not sure, I haven't heard from him, so I'm not sure what's going on with him. So if he comes back, when me and him were pretty much tied for the points lead for the whole season, it felt like. So, and then Kyle, he's tough everywhere. So
Yes.
it's gonna be a good battle. We'll just see how it goes, and hopefully we can come out on top and get another championship.
All righty, buddy. Well, awesome job out here tonight, grabbing the win here at Richmond. Any final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate, bud?
Big shout out Brantley over at Harpoon Design. He designs all my race cars. I drive on this virtual racetrack. Does awesome work. I know. I think I just heard he's going to be designing the paint scheme of somebody. It's actually a guy I ran another league with that he's making his first real life Xfinity start, and he's going to do the car on that. So
Wow.
I think it's Nick Lights is the driver. So whatever, I think it's running for that Ryan Sieg team, I believe, RSS or whatever. I'm not sure when, but it's sometime before the end of the year. He's going to be doing the paint scheme of that, and then I know he had there was a paint scheme competition for like the Josh Wise Xfinity car, and he was one of the 5 finalists. So he might be getting 2 cars out there. So check him out, Harpoon Design. He does amazing work, awesome work. Another big shout out to my family tuning in these broadcasts of races. I always really appreciate that. Getting text messages on the cool down laps always really neat. Something that wouldn't really happen in real life, but it's just something really neat when you get text messages blowing you up on the cooldown after you win. So
Yeah.
really appreciate them. And the league, like I said, this track's really tricky. We had a lot of long green flag runs, and we had a decent car count tonight. So I know there's probably some people mad because short track racing, but all in all, I think it was a really good race for the league. I guess the final shout out goes to you guys for putting on an awesome broadcast. Might try to check it out and go back and watch and see how the rest of the racing went throughout the field. I know we were pretty much up there on our own little island for most of the race. I know Brantley, he was talking as soon as he was like, "All right, I'm going to go to sleep now." So I know I'm doing the right thing when my spotter says, "All right, I'm going to go take a nap." That's usually a good race. So hats off to everybody. So hopefully, not next week, but the week after next, we'll go to Darlington and try to set the tone for the playoffs.
All righty, we'll go celebrate the win here tonight, Mark. We will see you in 2 weeks, bud.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you. All right, well, that is going to bring us up here to Kyle Heath. And, Kyle, back up here into that P2 spot, man, awesome job. I know there was a big wreck back there coming down to the wire. And, we'll get to that, but, talk about it here tonight in the Memory Designs 13, man. You had a, solid race. You finished up here in P2. Man, talk about it. How was Richmond?
I hate Richmond. Worst track. I don't have a good grip on it. I mean, even though I've got the pole here, had pretty good finishes, I just can't get this track down. Honestly,
Well,
just feels like everywhere I go on this track, I just have no grip whatsoever.
oh, man. Well, I mean, you did, you got up here into P2. I know you were back there. I'm sure you've seen kind of what happened maybe in your rear view or right in front of you. What exactly happened back there?
Which part?
The big wreck that you managed to get through.
Oh, whenever at the end.
Yeah.
Okay, because I I dodged one wreck. It was between Chris Papp and Jason Adams. But at the end, I don't know. I mean,
Oh.
I seen a car up in my right front. I mean, I was just trying to be careful where I went. And next thing I know, I seen a car went sideways. So I think somebody kind of went up too high and clipped the dude up, up against the wall. And at one point, I heard my spotter say 3 wide. I didn't.
Oh.
I was expecting myself to facing the wall too, or facing the opposite direction. But I came out. I hadn't went back and watched to see what happened, but that's just my perspective of that moment.
Yeah, I don't even know what happened either, Kyle. I'll definitely go back and watch it too here. But, hey, P2 finish. We got the chase coming up. You already said you hate this track. I don't know how you like Darlington, but, Darlington is going to set, it's round one of the chase here in 2 weeks. So how do you feel about that track compared to this one?
Well, I mean, Darlington honestly is one of my favorite tracks to go to. I actually live like an hour 45 minutes from that track. I
Oh.
mean, yeah. So I mean, I like it with almost with any car that I can drive on that track. I just enjoy the hell out of it. It's really challenging, except for these cars. I hate these cars. I think a lot of people hate these cars.
So you would like to see back in the Gen? So these are Gen 7. So you would probably prefer the Gen 6?
Gen 6, hell, Xfinity for that matter. I mean, the Xfinity cars are so much better to race with.
Oh man, yeah. These Gen 7s, man, they're something else for sure. I haven't even raced them, bud, so I have no idea how they are. But I hear a lot of people they do not like them. But with that being said, Cal, congratulations on the P2 here tonight, back up in the podium finish. Darlington, it is going to be a tough track a little bit. I know a lot of guys love it, so it's your home track. So hopefully, you pull one off there and start the chase. On a high level and maybe pull out a championship, bud. So that track is going to be tough, and you know it, and I know it. So, any final thoughts, shout-outs, things you want to give here, bud, before you go celebrate P2 and get ready, take the week off, and get ready for Darlington?
Yeah, man. Give a big shout out to the whole league. I mean, we had a pretty good number of cars that showed up tonight. Surprisingly, but other than that, I mean, big shout out to you for putting us out there. Pretty fun to go back and watch. I usually go back and watch, one of these races throughout the week. I don't sit down and watch it at one sitting. I usually kind of come back to it. I noticed tonight the race kind of got canceled. I don't know how many laps you missed.
Yeah,
Yeah, I noticed that because I had my phone set up.
yeah, we had some issues here tonight. I don't know what was going on. I lost Discord, I lost OBS, I lost my sound, lost the sound of the computer. So I had to go and restart the computer, and we got it back. So, but yeah, we missed a few laps here tonight, unfortunately.
Yeah. I'll see you next week. Hopefully I get to talk to you first.
All righty, buddy. Well, yeah, we'll see you in 2 weeks, man. Awesome job out here tonight at Richmond, bud.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. All right, well, that is going to bring us down here to our third place finisher here tonight in that monster, number 17, David Cassidy, man. Eventful race out here tonight, not only for you guys, but for me and Will up here as well. But, let's get down to you. Richmond, it is it's a tough track. You guys were neck and neck. You were in a few battles of your own throughout the race here tonight. Talk about the tires, the long runs. And man, we just talk about it. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was. I had a terrible practice, and practice I was terrible. I didn't even bother qualifying. I was more points watching. I knew it was only 2 points up on Hunter there for the last playoff spot. So my goal was to just try to stay within a couple positions of him, and it's pretty much what I did all night. And that caution came out with, I think there was like 60 laps to go. I knew I wasn't going to have enough fuel. He didn't go in. I didn't think that he was going to have enough, so I said I'll take the chance and see what happens in case we go green the rest of the way. And it ended up working out for me, I guess.
Yeah, you got a P3 out of it. We'll see kind of how the the points line up going into Darlington here in 2 weeks. So Robbie's out there typing in chat that it's next week, but the schedule says in 2 weeks, so September the 3rd. So I think Robbie's thinking next week as well. But you know, comparing the two tracks, and I don't think there's really even a comparison, David, but, you know, Darlington, Richmond, you know, you got back-to-back tough tracks. If you had to race one of the two every week, which one would it be?
Oh, definitely Richmond. Even though I'm not real good in these cars here, but Darlington's just a whole different beast. I don't even want to think about it.
Well, you know, that is the next race in the chase, man. You know, the first race to start it out. How, you know, what's your mindset going into it? You know, and talk about both, whether you're in the chase or not in the chase. Talk about it. What do you got to do to survive Darlington?
I think you just got to take it easy and let everything fall into place for itself. You know, people are going to make mistakes. People are going to pile into that wall, and just try to keep your nose clean and work your way up through.
All right. Well, you know, awesome job out here tonight. Real quick, one more question. Talk about that last big wreck there. What did you see?
I just seen somebody get into the wall, or a couple cars get into the wall, and I just more or less turned left. I was hoping I wasn't going to get somebody wasn't on the inside of me. It was going to get collected or anything, but it worked out. I don't know what caused it, anything like that. I just know that I seen a couple guys get sideways. I just white knuckled my wheel trying to get around them.
Well, you did just that, David. Awesome job out here tonight at Richmond, bud, man. Go celebrate. Any other final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give before you do that?
Big thanks to the league. They're a great bunch of guys to run with. Usually always clean and stuff. And you guys for doing a great broadcast and getting the name of the league out there.
Yeah, it's a great league. You know, Robbie and everybody over here does a fantastic job, you know, getting everything going. So, you know, David, good luck. Good luck. Yeah, good luck, you know, the off week. And, you know, get ready for Darlington. Go celebrate your P3 here tonight. We'll see you in 2 weeks, buddy.
Yeah, will do. Have a good night.
You too, bud. All right. Well, that is our interviews here tonight. Man, what a race it was. We're going to go ahead and get down here to the unofficial results, pending any admin stuff that they have to do here tonight. Mark Whitley is going to grab the win here for the regular season finale. Kyle Heath is going to grab that P2 spot. David Cassidy, who we just talked to, is going to be third. Michael Dewalt grabbing the fourth position. Jeff Gilmore top 5 and 5th. Mike Chamberlain in 6th. Hunter Hayward back in 7th. Austin Slayers in 8th. Jerry Isaacs back in 9th. And Chris Paff grabbing the top 10. Zach Deutscher in 11th. Larry Blair in 12th. Jason Adams 13th. Philip Bridgman 14th. Jim Coleman-Sperger 15th. Clifton Ashley 16th. Robbie Stewart 17th. Robbie Darnell in 18th. We got a battle of the Robbies right there. So really, if you say it fast, you're going to get confused. Keith Hurlbutt 19th, Greg Wood in 20th, Mark Emery 21st, Mark Koshik in 22nd. A battle of the marks right there as well. Paul didn't start. Kevin Roy didn't start here tonight. But, of course, our winner here is going to be Mark Whitley. Well, Will, man, crazy race here tonight at Richmond. It was a good race. A lot of battles going on, a lot of side-by-side. You know, it turned out to me a lot better than it could have been with the big field we had here tonight. Of course, we had our fair share of issues as well.
Yes, 22 drivers. Good turnout for Richmond. Love to see it. Final race before the playoffs in 2 weeks. Darlington, like you say, that mile and a third track, going to be quite tricky. Its own characteristics, its own basket of kind of things to throw at you, challenges, I guess you could say. There we go. Anyway, so Richmond here this evening, I do have to agree with you. It was a very, I would have to say, mild, calm Richmond race. We did have some cautions there at the end. Could have had a lot more than what we had, but the drivers were able to muscle these cars around this evening and didn't really see more than what we expected. So Good race all in all. I do have to agree with you, and just can't wait to see what's in store for us at Darlington in the coming weeks.
Oh yeah, definitely so. Well, awesome job out here tonight by all the drivers. Regardless of what
Yes,
happened.
indeed.
So a big shout out to all the drivers that tuned in here tonight, that was out there racing it up, or maybe just kind of watching it. Big shout out to all the fans out there here tonight. Kelly Hayward. We got my brother Keith had a little bit of issues here tonight. He joined us in chat. Our sponsor, Brantley Roden, Harpoon Design. A big shout out to him for sponsoring the series this season. I know Tara Path was out there as well. Robbie Darnell joined us in chat. Brandon Hartwell wishing he could be out here, but nice to see him in chat. NASCAR boy out there chatting it up with everybody. And I don't know, I think I grabbed everybody. Oi, I guess that's how you pronounce it. Brand new, I guess. First time I've ever seen that name. So, nice to see you out there. And I know I'm missing some people out here, but, thank you everybody again for tuning in. We do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like button, the subscribe button, the notification bell to turn on notifications when we go live here on MaxspeedTV. And a big shout out again to you, Will, for joining me up here. I know we get the week off, so we'll, take that week off, rest our voices, and get ready for 10 races that is going to determine who this season's champion will be.
Yes, indeed, Joshua. Thanks for letting me join you here Sunday evenings in the SRU Cup Series. Always great to call the races with you and help you out. So, a pleasure for sure.
All righty, folks. Well, that is going to do it here on this Sunday night. Thank you again, everybody, for tuning in. Until September the 3rd, folks, take care. Thank you all, and have a good night.